Okay, what we have here is a young coconut. You can buy them at the store. And as you can see, they're kind of shaped with a cone on the top, flat on one side. What I use to do the cutting of the coconut husk is this is an old ceramic knife that we've had for quite a while. You can see it's quite chipped and all that, but still relatively sharp. So what I want to do is I want to cut the tip of this off so it's rather flat, and then we get to the coconut on this side. We're going to do that by shaving it off and looking for 3 soft spots in the coconut. I think that's where it actually is connected to the tree, is through those spots. But we'll just go ahead and get started here. So I'm going to shave off the top there a little bit. I may shave that just a little more. Usually you get to the coconut shell pretty quickly, and then over here, I'll tell you what, why don't you come back over here so they can see the cutting. How's that? Okay. Just shave it off. As you can see there, we're starting to get to the soft portion, but you just keep cutting back till you get down to the hard shell. You'll see these spots here is usually something white. Little spot here. There's 3 of them. I don't think I've ever seen one before. So, there we go. There's another one. And depending on the time of year, how easy or how soft these spots are, it's a seasonal thing. So, okay, so I think we've got our 3 spots there. So now what I'll do is I want to you put the knife in there. You can see some of the spots are going to be really hard. These spots are usually softer. You just have to dig around and find one. What I generally try to do is cut the small hole first so it has a vent hole for air, so when you start to drain it out, it'll drain a little easier. Usually the easy one is the one up at the top, this one. So I'm going to start over here on the side to see what I can get. I went with a older metal knife, sharp metal knife. There we go. You just need a little hole. I've got something there. There's the hole. Now I'll go ahead and go for the big one. Be right up here at the top. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, that's very much easier. There we go. So we've got a nice hole in the top. This is a, I don't know, half a liter, something like that. Excuse me, 2 cups. And so this is usually enough to carry the juice, and what I do is just something like this. Turn it over. And there we go. Coconut juice. Now the rest of it has to do with cutting this coconut in half and getting the meat out of it. Now I've seen cooking shows where basically they recommend that you take like the back of a knife or something and you just whack it like this until you get down to the shell, and just keep chopping on it with the back of the blade until it cracks. The problem if you do that is that each time you hit it, stuff flies here and there and gets everywhere. So what we do is we basically take a hatchet, and I take it outside, set it down, and just hit it like this, usually once, maybe 2, 3 times at most, until we crack it, and then bring it back in and shave the meat out. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, as you see, I've cracked the coconut, and I split it to 2 pieces here. Have rinsed it out under the sink. Just rinse the shell and pieces out. Now we're ready to get the rest of the coconut out. You just do it like this. Just shape. Just run your spoon around it. It comes right out. Now this time of year, this is October, and the coconuts are relatively young and fresh. You get a lot of juice. 2 cups is a fair amount of juice to get out of a coconut. And the coconut meat is usually rather thin. It hasn't gotten as thick as it will. Coconuts later in the season generally have a thicker, more meat inside and less juice. So there we go. As you can see, there's a little bit on the back there. You might want to just scrape a little bit off. If it's they're kind of like pecans in a way that they have a paper shell on the back. The paper shell's not bad, but if you dig in too deep, you will get, that's probably not, well, you probably want to avoid that, but anyhow, just it's a matter of touch, and after a little practice, you'll get better at it. And of course, then I've got the other one over here, but just go ahead and dig this. There we go. Just shave it out with a spoon. And that's how you do it.